Hello. So I am doing my UJA assignment to record a video about what I've learned during this ethics semester. So, first question is, which ethical theory makes the most sense to you personally and why? I think the it's a mix of Kantian slash less strict Kantian ethics and not utilitarianism, virtue ethics. I feel like Kantian ethics cover a lot of area just to, but sometimes where it takes it is super extreme, such as like no lying. No lying is a good thing, but not lying about a birthday party. It's not necessarily a bad thing. If the person you're throwing the party for is like, hey, are you planning a birthday party for me? And you don't want them to know, you can be like, no, but if you are strictly following Kantian ethics, then you have to say, yes, I am, and then that throws a whole bunch of stuff into a giant mess. Virtue ethics just makes a lot of sense to me. There's excess and deficiency. You got to find the middle ground. Another theory that I thought was pretty interesting was the universal kindness theory, and what you give out comes back to you. And so if you're kind to everyone, you're going to get kindness back. That won't mean that bad things won't happen to you. It just means that you're going to get more kindness back. How has your understanding of right and wrong changed or deepened since the beginning of the course? My understanding hasn't really changed, but I've been exposed to more ideas. Like, I hadn't heard of utilitarianism, the universal kindness theory, blah 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 blah. And there's not like a specific way that it's changed. I feel like I have a pretty clear ethical view of the world. But yeah, and my ethics are mostly based on my religion. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Yes, it is a mouthful, but that's the name. Anyways, we have rules that restrict us from doing certain things, but it's not really restricting, but it enables you to, it allows you to do more things. If you're not constantly drinking, then you're not going to be drunk, and you're going to be able to experience life. And so one example from your own life, from society, where you now see the ethical issues more clearly. I'm just going to say illegal immigration, because there's a lot of problems with that, mostly the first word, illegal. It's called illegal for a reason. So, first thing is that usually people don't just go, well, I'm going to go hop the border. They usually have a reason. Maybe it's a war or something. I don't know. But then they cross the border illegally, breaking a law, and laws should all be moral laws. I feel like immigrating legally instead of just crossing the border feels like that should be a pretty obvious morally right law. Some people won't agree with that, and I understand that, but it's just, you should follow the laws. That's what I'm getting at. But then there's a lot of issues with people who have immigrated illegally, and then they're treated as second-class citizens. And that's not what our country was founded on. We weren't founded on having a caste system of legal people and illegal immigrants who don't get as many rights, blah, 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 blah. And then there is the newer thing with immigration being taken way more seriously by the second Trump administration, there are some ethical issues with just removing people out of schools and churches, but overall, I feel like what they're doing is right. If you immigrated illegally, there's a right to send you back to where you legally immigrated from. Just legally immigrating will cause you a lot less strife and trouble. Yeah,